Today I want to share with you my top 4 mistakes that I made when I started my business. Now, I remember sharing this on social media. I just made just the bullet point, and someone reached out to me and say, currently I'm in all the 4 mistakes that you made many years ago. Another person say the number one is hellfire on earth. Now, because they say that, I now believe that there are many people who are currently in those mistakes, or they are younger people or new entrants that will enter into this farming business and will still land themselves in those mistakes. And this is the reason why I say, okay, it will be better for me to share the mistakes that I've made publicly. I cannot be ashamed of it, so that you who is watching me now will learn and be able to navigate. When you see them, you know that, okay, someone told me that this route is not a good one. And just like I say, I will be the third person who is telling you, because other persons commented on my Facebook and they said, yes, we too, we are going through the same challenge. And I believe you too. It's not about whether you are a sincere person or whether you pray or whether you study business in school. You will make the mistakes if someone did not caution you. And this video is the caution that you have been waiting for. So all you have to do for me is to like this video, subscribe to this channel, stay connected and watch this video to the end so you don't make that mistake. So mistake number 1 is funding. My first mistake was made through funding. Now, many of you have brilliant idea. The only thing that is stopping you from starting the business that is in your head is capital. And the only capital that all your eyes are fixed on is money. So you believe that if 20 million is given to you right now, you're going to be a big farmer, you leave poverty alone, you'll be successful. You believe that if 100 million is given to you right now, you become a billionaire. You believe that all you need, you just need money to go and buy land, buy chicken. But I'm here to announce to you, based on the experience of doing this business for more than 12 years, that money is not the only thing you need. And even though money is very important, there is a way you should get this money. Not all money is good for you. That is the point that I want to make. Not all kinds of money are good for you as a beginner. As you're starting this business, there are some monies that are not good for you. I know it will stand very strange to you, because for you, you believe money is money, but money is not money. So let me tell you. Now, there are 3 ways people raise money to start their business. Number 1, they raise money through savings. So if you have the idea of starting a poultry farm, you start saving money, maybe 100,000 per month or 200,000, you save. Then use the money to start the business. So this one is your personal savings. Now, the second option people use to raise money for a business is through loan. People get loan, take loans from banks or loan institutions to start business. Many people do this. Then the fourth way people raise money is through grant. People raise money by grant opportunities. Now, even though there are very few grant giving body that will give money to you as a complete beginner with no idea, some do. Like in Africa, we have Tony Elumelu foundations. They give out loan for even ideas, but very few people do that. Now, the fourth way is through partnership. That is raising the money from another source. So the person is either buying a stake in your business, or you promise the person a fixed return on investment by giving you the money that you believe you needed. And this is one of the mistakes I made. So when I started my business, I didn't start with my own money, but it was not a loan. So when I wanted to expand that business, I collected money from people and promised to give them a fixed return on investment. Now, this is where I made a mistake. The money was not bad, but the money was bad for my business as at that time. So, this is how crowdfunding works. Now, the method I raise money is called crowdfunding. So this is how crowdfunding works. The person with the business idea propose that idea to you or on the internet. The people who have their money will now contribute money for you to fund that idea. So I was doing rice processing on a very small scale. I will just buy maybe rice worth 2 million. I'll go and sell, make small profit. I'll buy chicken, maybe 50 chicken, 100 chicken, 500 chicken. I was doing that with my money. But when I wanted to expand, now expansion simply means you need money for you to invest in that business. But even at the expansion stage, there are monies that you should not touch. Or let me say, there are monies that when you're touching, there should be a guide for both the person who is giving the money and you, the farmer, or you, the executioner of that business. There should be protection for all ends, and even protection for the capital itself. That is the money you have now received. So my mistake was that I collected money from people. People gave me money in millions, and I invested in the business. I made sure the money was not invested in another business. So for example, I didn't tell people, give me money for agriculture, and I took the money and bought real estate, or bought trucks, or bought opened a barbing salon. No, the money was invested in farming. But here is the mistake. When I collected the money from these people, I promised them I'm going to pay them a fixed return investment, which is another point that I'm going to share with you to warn you, a beginner farmer who is coming in. But I believe this point we're just looking at how to raise money. So let me put it this way: the best channel for you to raise money is your personal savings. Whether it's for starting or even for expansion, it's your personal savings. And another alternative that will look good for you should be grant. Don't get a loan to start a farm or even expand your farm. There are many people who claim that they are expert in managing loans. If you're one of them, fantastic, you can go ahead. But for me, I'm not good at managing loan, and I will not advise anyone to go and get a loan to start a farm or get a loan to invest in agriculture. No, I won't do that. I want you to use your personal savings to invest in agriculture and grow your business. My business was growing. Many of my friends who know me that time, I was living well, large, with my personal money. I was earning nothing less than 1 million per week on personal businesses that I was doing. I was doing fish. So as at that time, I was selling honey. I was trading rice. I was doing poultry. I was making big money as at that time without collecting money from anyone. So the only discipline that I lacked was how to save the money and reinvest back into my business to grow the business to any stage I wanted without collecting money from anybody. So the method I use is very wrong. I didn't collect a loan to start, so I don't know how loan outcome will be. But I know many people who receive loan that their business crash. Maybe you know people who receive loan and their business did well. Those people can mentor you on how to receive loan. But the pattern I use, which is crowdfunding, is a pattern I don't want you to follow. As a beginner farmer, you have started making small waves. People have started seeing that you're doing well in business, and then they are bringing offers like, we want to give you money, and can we invest in your business? If you receive that money, you're going to cry. There's a lady that I used to coach a few years ago. She collected 1 million and invested in rice. Now she bought paddy. During the parboiling stage, the person who was doing the sun drying was careless, and the rice caught and they made losses. So when I was telling her what I'm sharing with you, they said, Kai, I've also followed the same pattern. Now the rice is bad. I will have to look for money to go and pay. So where do you think she'll get the money? She'll go and borrow from another person to pay the money that she raised in the wrong way. So even though people are seeing what you're doing, some of them follow you on TikTok, on Facebook, on Instagram. They love that you're doing well, and they are proposing to give you money. You don't have to receive money from people yet. I believe one of the best ways to expand any business is through your customers, your off-takers. If you're proud and you know very well that business is profitable, we should test it by the number of patronage you are receiving. That should be what will help us to know that our business is worth investing. So what I mean here is that you're selling, you're into trading of agro-commodities, and you're selling just, or your money can give you just 50 bags per week, and the level of demand you're having is 100 bags or 150 bags in your shop. No guesswork, no audio order. People have come with money and you calculated, and they are needing rice like 150 pieces, and all you could supply in your shop is just 50. It shows very clear that that business is profitable, and it shows very clear that if you're diligent, your customers will be willing to give you money to expand that business. This one is not loan. How are they going to give you money? They can place an order ahead of time and pay you cash. As I am today, people give me money and say, okay, I need ogbono. They will transfer the money to my account. People give money and say, okay, I need rice. They will transfer the money to my account. I will now go out to buy the rice. It's not me that we go and look for money and say, okay, let me look for money, buy rice and supply to that person. Or look for money, produce rice, and then be looking for buyers. Once you start doing that, I want to know that that business is not profitable. And if you get to that stage, you'll be moved up, say, okay, let me go and borrow money. If I produce more, I will say, if you produce more, do you have a market? Don't look at those statistics online that people say, we need a 2 billion worth of. No, your own shop. How many people are willing to pay for that product through you should be what you should be looking at. So, raising money through crowdfunding is a bad business model. And you as an investor don't also invest in that, because we have many people who want to invest. They are ignorant. They don't know what is called investment. So if you're part of those people who don't understand what investment is, don't put your money in such an offer. And you, who is a young farmer who is starting out, don't receive money from people because you saw that, okay, the offer is coming. It will come, except you're not diligent, except you're not posting online, except you're not doing well. People will want to invest in that business, but it's a trap for you. You have not developed, you don't have the structures yet to handle 2 million. Your business is just managing 500,000. Expand it gradually by reinvesting your profit back into the business. Because that business that is managing 2 million, believe me, the day you receive 50 million, that business will go down. You have not developed your mind. You have not built capacity. You don't have the structures. You don't have the network. The process it takes for you to deliver 50 million, you have not learned it yet. So learn it gradually. And many investors, or let me say our so-called investors in Africa, are not patient. It's not like those people in the West that can drop money for 50 years. For a stupid idea, they will go. And that person who is an entrepreneur will be pushing it. Here, people are impatient. They want to give you money today and start receiving their profit next week. You don't collect that money. That is the first mistake. The wrong kind of fund that comes into any good business can crush it. Even grant might look like the best alternative for you. But I know many people who receive grants that they were not able to do any business with it. It's growth. Grow into it. Grow. If you jump any process and go and get money, you come back and start again. You see that you give up or you push again. There are many, maybe you are one of them that receive grant and that business is no longer in existence today. You can see that now. So grant that looks like free money, it will still come into your business. You start thinking wide and do so many foolish mistakes that business will go down. So funding, you need to be very careful when it comes to funding. Now, the next mistake I made is that I did not factor in losses in my business. I was so brilliant with my idea and I saw only profit making in that business. And the people who came to me, I only showed them profit, which is another mistake I made. And this is the reason why I tell you, I don't blame people that invested with me. You know, I'm a good communicator. I'm a good writer. There's a way I can write and let you see only possibilities in that business. That is the reason why today, when I write, I always tell you, it's more than you have seen here. Business is profit and loss. So if you're not willing to lose, if you're not willing to lose that money, keep it. Can you see it now? So many people who invested with me as at that time, it was because I told them only profit. and they came into that business with the mindset of only profit. And the truth being said, I was making only profit as at that time. Remember, a small business is not a big business. So there are many things you can easily manage. Okay, like now, when I was doing broilers on a small scale, I was the only guy and maybe 2 other staff. It was easy for me to manage. I can sit in the farm and make sure all the vaccination are given properly at the right proportion. I could make sure they are being fed at the right time, at the right quantity. I could make sure we bought the birds from the right farm. It was just less than 1,000 birds now. I can easily manage that. But when I receive money from people and the money was now big and I stock plenty, it simply means I need to employ more people into that business. Now, when you employ many people into a business, negligence is the first thing that is going to be on board. We are so negligent in Africa. There are so many things that we don't care about. We don't want to follow due process step by step, little by little, because we want to jump. And when you jump life will give you go back. Like when we are playing Wood, we have what is called pick 2. Maybe sometimes we have only one card about to end the game. Then someone will tell you pick 2 again. So you have like 5 cards back. That is how business is when you jump process. So when you look at only profit as a small business, yes. But when that business becomes big, your loss will also be big. And when you fail, your failure will not be small one. So that is the reason why when my business failed, it was not as if someone who is doing a small scale farm, the farm just washed away. The farm washed away millions, hundreds of millions, nothing less than 900 million was gone. So it was not like someone who is doing 20 birds and then all the birds died and he lost 200,000. That is stupid money to me. 200,000 is not money in business. Can you see it now? So when someone is giving you money, just like I say, I'm not saying you should never receive money. But if someone is coming and saying, okay, I love what you're doing. I want to give you 50 million. I want to give you 10 million naira. Sit down and check all the possibilities that can bring losses to that business. And make sure you communicate it excellently to that person. Don't sugarcoat. Remember, you don't want to have problem. You're avoiding, had I know that I did not factor in when I was starting. Settle down. Be honest with yourself. Calculate all the possibilities that will bring losses to your business. When you have done the calculation, make the person know that this business we are embarking on, flood can wash us away. Fire outbreak can wash us away. A simple policy from the government can wash us away. The possibility of earthquake can wash us away. So these things, when they come into our business, will make loss. Table it for that person. When the person sees it, it's not left for him to choose whether to invest in that business or not. When the person sees it, he will know that, okay, this business, if I invest in it, this guy was open to me and he told me that this is whether I will make profit here or I will make loss here. So when you now choose to invest, it will not be your problem. The fault will not be from you. The person have understood everything about the business. He will not drag you online when you tell the person we have lost in this business. I did not do that when I was starting. I didn't help my investors to know that this business we are going into is profit and loss. So when they gave me their money, all their attention was in the next 3 months, we are going to make 25% of our investment. Go up, come down. It's only God that can make that kind of promise. And you're not God. You are not even assistant God. You are a human being. And you are going to work with human beings that can disappoint you anytime they wish to. That is another thing we need to know. You're working with human beings that can disappoint you. They were very good when money was not there. But when you brought money, maybe negligence setting, you employ more people, another person start feeling this person is not working at the way he should work. That can bring loss to a business. So you have to be very, 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 very careful. Make sure you explain all the profit and loss aspect in your business to someone. So if you're watching this video and you say, hey, in my business, there is no challenge of loss, it's only profit. Just know that you're foolish in that business. Just know that you don't know anything in that. There is no business on planet Earth that does not have profit and loss side. Now, when you know all the areas or all the possibilities that will bring loss to that business, you cannot tell the people who is coming to invest into your business what you people can do. Or maybe the person can bring a beautiful idea and say, okay, I see that we can make profit in this business. So this is what we need to do. This is what we need to do. This is how we need. This is what we can do to minimize the possibility of we losing this money. Can you see it now? Now it will help you. But when you don't do that, you are at the risk of losing the relationship that you have with that person. So I jumped that process. I did not factor in losses. I only calculated profit and profit and profit. So when losses came, all the people that gave me money, they say, no way, you must give us profit. You only told us profit. And it was my fault. So don't make that mistake. When people are coming into your business, they should know that it's profit and loss. Right? Now, the next mistake I made, which is the third one, right? I jumped the process. Just like I say, allow your business to grow gradually. Many offers will come. Don't pick them. Many other shiny objects will come. Stay with the one business you're doing long enough. You make profit. But if you see another business today, you jump into it. Another business comes out today, you jump into. At the end of the day, you'll be doing so many things and not making profit. All businesses have maturity date. So someone who is investing in poultry farming should know that you're going to invest so much money in assets. And those assets will take time before you start making pure net profit. So don't promise anybody that if you give me money the next 3 months, I'll give you back your profit. Did you calculate the asset? How are you going to recover money from those assets? You did not. You did not. And I did not too when I was starting out. I saw that, okay, it's only profit that I can make from this business. I jumped the process of believing that all businesses have maturity date. There are some that it will take 3 years before you start making pure profit. Believe me, when you tell many people who call themselves investors in Africa that this business we are going into, it will take us 3 years to start making net profit, and I will start paying you after three years, they will not give you their money. And you will also be fine. You will not have high BP. You will sleep at night well, knowing that you are not owing anybody. But when you don't factor that, and you receive money from people, you'll be in trouble. So don't make my mistake. Know that business has maturity date, and don't force it to start jumping to harvest from day one. It will take time. So only go into that journey with people who want to go into it long term. It's like marriage. When you get married, you're not saying this our marriage will stay after 3 years, then you go. No, you're married for life. It's either you divorce and become something else, or you stay in that partnership. It's a very terrible thing to do, go into a business with someone who is not willing to go into it long term. Now, the fourth mistake I made, this one is the worst mistake. The fourth mistake I made was that I got wrong partners. Wrong kind of partners. Now, when I say I got the wrong kind of partners on board, they were not evil people. They are not bad people, but they were not the people that my business needed. So if you want to go into business and people are coming, you need to know the kind of people that you need in that business. So if you are going into poultry farming and people are coming, okay, I need money. But money is not the only thing you need. How about legal services? How about vet services? You need to get people that can bring that. How about connection? Let's say you need someone who is in government, who have power to mention your business to a big restaurant, or someone who is abroad, he stay abroad. So if he comes into this kind of partnership business with me, we can be exporting our product. So the person will handle that export that side, while I handle this production this side. So I'm not looking for someone who will just give me money. So if the person come and say, okay, Dennis, I love what you're doing, I want to partner with you. I don't have money, but I'm based in Europe. and I'm a citizen here. I can go to any part of the world by just buying ticket. And since you're producing garri, I can be bringing your garri and supply to some of the restaurant or African store here. I have one African store. The guy is my friend. If I bring this product, he will buy. Bro, that is one of the biggest partner you're going to receive ever. It's beyond money. So some person can give you money and still give you those services. So for example, a lawyer can come, maybe a senior advocate, a son, can come and say, okay, I want to be your partner in this agribusiness. That person is bringing beyond money. He's bringing his experience when it comes to law. And he can help you to, get it. I don't want to go there, but you need different people with different skill set that your business need for them to become your business partners. The people that I brought on board there, they all have what I have. There was nothing they had that I did not have. We didn't need ourselves in that business. They didn't need me. I didn't need them. You need to bring people who can complement what you don't have. That is what is called partnership. So you're bringing someone, all the person has is money. So you two, you have only money, you don't have the knowledge. So why not get a young farmer who is very intelligent in that aspect and say, come, I don't want you to be an employee in this company. Can you be a partner that run the farm for us? This is your percentage as when we make profit. That person might not have money, is very broke in the village. But bro, he can help you to take care of birds. He can help you to go and source commodities. He can speak outside. He can speak Yoruba. Your product demands that the person who is doing it should be able to communicate effectively. And you know one thing with communication is that when you're working with interpreters can lie. Oh. So if that interpreter is my partner, he have a stake in that business. He will do well. He will do the business well. So you need partners who have what you don't have, or who have what your business need. Otherwise, your business does not need only money. Your business need other things. And when you want to bring people on board, they should have those things that your business need. It shouldn't be only money. So for me, the people that I got, all they have I had. We were all sincere people. We are all young people who are just starting out. We all have our separate small business that we are building. There was none of us who have built a business to maybe $1 million or who have failed in business before that can come and say, this step you want to take. Many years ago, I took the step and I failed. So let's not go with it. No, we were all at the same phase in business. Then we came together and without form and saying we are partners. It was a wrong combination. And that business failed because there was no somebody with an external experience enough to stop another person and say, this one, not based on emotion, based on fact. Just like if I'm now maybe on your board of directors as a business consultant in agriculture. Maybe you want to go into poultry farming on a larger scale and you bring me on board. Bro, that business will not fail. Because there are many common mistakes in poultry that I've done or I've seen people do, that when you bring on board, even though you're the one that provide the money for that business, I will stand on my ground and say, okay, based on this, in so year, so time, we did this so movement, the business feed, let's not follow it. So from there, you will know that what this guy is saying is right. We'll take the right step and the business will grow. I didn't have those kind of people, believe me. I didn't have those kind of people that can stand and speak for me or speak for the company in a gathering that both of us could not access. There are places that your growth, or let me say your current stage, cannot take you. As I am now, I can't easily go to my governor's house in my state. They will bounce me at the gate. Why? I don't know anybody there. But let's as well have a business partner who has been into government for many years. He can just hold my hand and say, Dennis, come. Mr. Governor, this guy is into agriculture in Benue State. He's doing well, he's doing this, and he told me these are his challenges. Do you know what the governor will say? Okay, they will just sign small money and give you. Or maybe support you with land and say this land here is free for you. These are partners that you need. I'm telling you, not broke people like you. Not people who went to the same university as you. They can be there, but they are not the only people that you need. Now, business partners are people who have a say in your business every day, where people don't have time, or let me say where number A does not have time to be on the farm, Master B should have. If Master C is not a qualified vet doctor, Mr. D should be a qualified vet doctor. We need a good marketer. We need a very strong PR person. Some of these skills you can outsource by employing them and be paying them monthly. But what if you don't have the money to pay? Why not bring them on board and give them a stake in that business? See, don't be looking at eating 100%. Robert Kiyosaki always says that 10% of a bigger number is more than 100% of a small number. So if your business have all the expertise that you need in that business as partners, and you have a detailed written agreement, responsibility for each partner, there is no way you will not make profit. There is no way that business will not make profit. But when you don't have those things, no matter how beautiful that idea is, that business will not survive. It happens to me. And that is the reason why I want you to sit down, calculate what your business need. What are the skills your business need that you don't have, and that you cannot employ those experts to pay you. Don't employ amateurs. Employ an expert poultry farmer, an expert vet doctor, an expert agro-commodity trader, an expert lawyer. Not this lawyer that just finished school today. No, you need a good lawyer. A good lawyer with results. They are not cheap. You can offer the person partnership. Many of them will accept. Those are the kind of people that you need. If you have your friend, you graduate from the same school, it's not a must that people will form partnership. What does that person have that you don't have? If all of you have just passion, you are not good for partnership. And the person you also love agriculture. You too love agriculture. So in your own mind, you people are good as partners. No. That was what I thought. All my 3 partners, they were lovers of agriculture. They also had their small agricultural business they were doing. And I brought them and said, let's be partners. It was a wrong step. And they were not that knowledgeable enough to tell me, no, we cannot be your partner at this stage. But now they know. They understand that very well. Because they saw that, this area, it was because I didn't have the knowledge. So we did not regret. We're all doing our businesses. As our first company have failed, all of them, everyone is doing back his business. That is how business is. So as a beginner who is starting out, please pay careful attention to this video. Watch it again. What are the things your business need that you cannot have or you can't get there? Get people who can come in and supplement you. That is what is called partnership. And then the business will move on well. So just like I say, I made these mistakes and I felt then when the heat came. I had nobody to speak to me in government, nobody speak to me in law. I went to cell, went to prison because I didn't have people who could be partners that could save me from those ones. The partners I have, they ran away. Their knowledge in that aspect was limiting. They ran away. So, to summarize this video again, 4 mistakes I made. Number 1, I raised the wrong kind of fund to finance a project that was very good and the project failed. Then I did not factor in losses and explain the losses to my investors so they can know that flood can come here and cancel this business. And when flood comes, this is the challenge we are going to have. You will lose your money, I will lose my money too. Do you accept? Yes, I pay. I did not do that. Then the 3rd mistake, I jumped the process. Business is step by step. Calm down. Allow your business to grow with your own money. Then the 4th, but not the least, like I say, I got wrong partners to do the business with me. Robert Kiyosaki again say, you cannot do a good business with a bad partner. So like I say, a bad partner, not in the sense that they were criminals. They ate your money. So can come and actually eat your money. But they didn't eat my money. But they didn't have what my business needed. And it was still as the same as they ate my money. Because at the end of the day, the money went away, the business crashed. So don't make my mistake. So thank you so much for watching this video to the end. I remain Dennison, your billionaire farmer.